Welcome everyone to the year-end championships of the ATP Tour. First evening of play here at the 2003 Tennis Masters Cup. We're at the Westside Tennis Club in Houston, Texas. And what a way to start things off. Roger Federer, the Wimbledon champ, against the Australian Open champ, Andre Agassi. Hey everybody, Patrick McEnroe here alongside Mary Carrillo. We're at this beautiful new stadium here, built specifically for this event here at the Westside Tennis Club. Yeah, and of course so much at stake, Mary. In addition to this event itself, the #1 ranking on the line this week.
It's been an unbelievable year in men's tennis. I mean, from the very start, when Andre Agassi, won the Australian Open, the veteran, and then 3 new guys winning. Juan Carlos Ferrero taking the French. Roger Federer playing a brilliant last couple of matches to win Wimbledon. Andy Roddick pretty much dominating ever since. That's why he's got that nice-looking lead in the #1 spot. But Juan Carlos Ferrero and Roger Federer, though old Roger's isn't looking too good. It's some cruel math he's facing to try to end this year at #1. It can happen, Patrick, but I really don't expect it.
The bottom line, Mary, is that Andy Roddick in the driver's seat. He's got a slight lead. Juan Carlos Ferrero is just behind him, but he's got to do better than Andy Roddick. And for Roger Federer, well, a lot of things have to happen for him to become #1, to finish #1, including going undefeated. And to do that, he's going to have to beat a guy that he's never beaten before, and that's Andre Agassi. And it's just been another phenomenal year for Andre.
Well, it really has, although he's really taken off the last 2 months, hasn't he? He hasn't played a match since he lost in the semis of the U.S. Open. He's taken off these weeks and done very well with them. Once again, he raised an incredible amount of money, almost $13 million for his foundation. And beyond that, he had his second child. He and Steffi Graf welcomed their baby daughter into the world only a month ago. He hasn't played a lot of tennis. And Roger Federer, to my mind, is playing tired tennis. I mean, this guy has played so much. He's been playing well all year round, but I think he's gotten really tired in this indoor season. Now he comes out and has to switch surfaces and play out in the weather, which he hasn't done for a few months, Patrick. He's played a little too much tennis, I think. And Andre Agassi is fresh. I kind of like the ball guy in this one.
The old ball guy might have one more left in him this year. And Roger Federer, of course, playing so many matches and now taking on Andre Agassi, who is just as fresh as can be. And he looks ahead to 2004 at the Australian Open, as they'll try to repeat there next year. But this year, it's all on the line. It's the Tennis Masters Cup. Agassi takes on Federer on night 1.
Last time he played was outdoors in New York at Flushing Meadows. But Roger Federer is used to playing indoors, where obviously there's all kinds of controls in terms of the weather, the lighting, the temperature. And he's used to a quicker court than this.
15.
This court is really brand new. And every hard court takes a little bit of time to cure. And Federer was speaking to the fact that he thinks his court might have some funny bounces in it, and the court slants for drainage.
13,
something that the players have got to get a little bit used to.
But every outdoor hard court does that to some degree.
Exactly. I thought he was being a little finicky.
Darren Cahill, Agassi's coach, been on board now for just about 2 years. 30-15.
14
straight aces for Federer. Spoke to Darren Cahill earlier today, Mary. He told me that Andre didn't hit a ball for about 4 or 5 weeks after the U.S. Open. Rested himself, did some physical work with his trainer, Gil Reyes. That's some of the stuff we saw from Roger Federer on his way to winning Wimbledon this year. Beautiful serve volley play. First game to Federer. Argentinas, they're here to cheer on 2 of their countrymen. Agassi to serve, second serve.
15.
Big question mark coming in about Nalbandian's fitness. No, he certainly answered some of that with his win today.
It's not 100%, he says, his wrist, but he didn't need to be 100% to beat Ferrero today.
This match, the first match in the red group. As we look at this replay, Federer just unloads on this forehand. Here's the red group. Roddick Coria, Reiner Schuttler, and Carlos Moya, the blue group. Of course, they played that one earlier today. Ferrero, Federer, Agassi, and Nalbandian. And certainly that is a much tougher group, Mary.
Oh, man.
15-14.
Two of the 4 Grand Slam champions this year in the same group. And a very nice jump on this first return game for Federer.
2 break points for Federer.
13-14.
Has Agassi played enough matches in his career, Mary, that even the long break, you know, he can handle that without having played any matches?
Well, it's a very fair question. I think what helps Agassi in this case, again, taking a huge break, 5 weeks off, and now his first match back. What helps him is his format. It's a round-robin format, so he's going to get to play his way into form if he hasn't got it now.
Can afford to lose one and still be in the hunt. Agassi saves a couple of break points, now has his own game point.
Advantage Agassi.
Little sluggish Agassi moving to that one. Back to deuce.
Advantage Federer.
Third break point. This crowd here in Houston has seen Agassi come and win the tournament this year that was played here on clay, the U.S. clay courts.
Underneath this green set court is a clay court, and it'll be torn up again, so the clays can be played here again next spring.
Talk about doing a lot for the game, Mary. Jim McInville, the owner of this place, putting this event together. We played a Davis Cup match here last year on grass, built a temporary stadium of over 7,000 seats for that one. Amazing. Another break point for Federer.
Six unforced errors already from Andre Agassi, and he drops his serve. Looks like he's striking the ball cleanly. I just don't think he's yet moving quickly enough to the ball. He looks big to me, Patrick. Andre Agassi. I mean, he's got an especially tough upper body regime he's been using in all this time off. And he's carrying quite a bit of muscle there, quite a bit of heft.
There's a lot of weight training with his trainer, Gil Reyes, and he may very well be setting himself up to hit the courts more in December, get himself ready for the Australian, which he's dominated.
No kidding. I think one of the reasons why Agassi has been able to dominate down under in the last several years is because guys like Roger Federer, who have played so much ball, tend to take off in the weeks after the Masters Cup is over and just relax and have themselves a nice Christmas holiday and all that. That's when Agassi knuckles down and works, getting ready for the very hot Australian summer hardcourt season.
Agassi comes right back. Now he has 3 break points of his own. Federer has just played a ton of tennis since the U.S. Open, including going down to Australia for the Davis Cup semifinal, which Switzerland lost to Australia. Second serve. goes long, so Agassi breaks right back at love. On serves, the Agassi fans out in full force. 2-1 Federer, opening match of the round robin. Elanawi and a great three-setter, Philippoussis, who, by the way, is the alternate here, Mark Philippoussis, the Australian, in case someone pulls out.
Mark Philippoussis ended last year at 33 in the world. This year he's ending it at 9. Great effort from him.
Coming back from a couple of knee surgeries as Mark Philippoussis was lost to this man, Roger Federer, in the Wimbledon final.
No, Philippoussis doesn't play the whole year as solidly as these two guys tend to do, but he spiked, especially at Wimbledon where he was in the final, beating Agassi on the way.
There's the versatility of Federer there, the slice, and then comes over this passing shot.
I count on Andre Agassi to continue to go to the backhand side of Federer when he's trying to get something done. He just feels like that side, there's just a smaller strike zone for Federer.
15-all.
He likes to move the shots around against that Federer backhand side. Show him different kinds of paces, different kinds of length of shot and height of ball. Draws an error from that
I think something you said there, Mary, the height really can give Federer some trouble on this, especially on that backhand side. And then Brad Gilbert told me today, Roddick's coach, Agassi's former coach, that the ball is really taking that bounce. And he wants to see his guy, Roddick, use that kick serve a lot. We'll see Roddick tomorrow night.
Don't get any dud matches at the Masters.
No, that's the nice thing about it, isn't it? 110 miles an hour on that last serve from Agassi.
It's a pretty grabby surface anyway, and that this court is brand new makes it even more so. It'll take the ball, you know, it'll take whatever spin you impart on the ball. It obeys your commands.
Agassi holds on, so from 2-love down, back even at 2 apiece. ESPN Original Entertainment's critically acclaimed drama Playmakers concludes Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time with the final episode. Every season has one defining moment. Don't miss it. Playmakers also available in stunning high definition on ESPN HD. Call your cable operator, DirecTV, or the Dish Network today.
Beautiful exchange there. Federer at net, but not in control. Had to make a great volley there just to stay around, but Agassi found the pocket.
Love 15.
He's really going after that backhand, isn't he?
Aggressive forehand there. Mary, has there been anyone that you can remember in all your years
Take a swing at how old I am.
That can come back from long layoffs the way that Agassi can?
No.
Love 30.
15.
We've seen it time and again from Andre in his long career. I mean, pretty much throwing away entire seasons at a certain point in some of these years. And that he took such a big break after the Open and is still in here with a chance says so much about his unassailable gifts.
Difference, of course, so nowadays when he takes time off, he's hitting the gym, he's working out. There's Peter Lundgren, Federer's coach. Much different mentality to the Andre Agassi persona now.
Federer. He knows he can't go away for anymore the way he used to. That's for sure.
Federer gets himself out of a love 30 hole with a couple of good serves. So he holds on. We're on serve in the opening set here at the Tennis Masters Cup. 3-2 Federer. Welcome back, everyone, to Houston, Texas. Night one of the Tennis Masters Cup. Round robin action. Andre Agassi taking on Roger Federer. Patrick McEnroe here alongside Mary Carrillo. Our fearless leader, Cliff Drysdale, still out in the West Coast covering the women's event. He'll join us tomorrow. Somehow, we might be able to manage, Mary, tonight. Not that we don't miss Cliffy.
Oh, desperately. But we're playing through the tears. Here's a beautifully struck backhand from Federer. And Agassi continues to play it there.
30-15. And that's why he's staying away from that forehand there.
Oh, man.
13.
There's so much spin on that ball, Roger Federer. Incredible racket speed. Agassi controlling the center of the court there.
14-13.
Point like that, Mary, is just the kind of point Agassi loves too, to get his rhythm going, find the range on his shots. Game point. Lazy looking return from Federer there. A comfortable hold for Andre Agassi. 3 games all.
And there's another example of Agassi mixing it up against the Federer backhand. I mean, he sort of kicked it up real high, just 81 miles an hour. And Federer just wasn't quite ready to hit a return, the return he needed.
Beautiful serve volley play from Federer.
15.
Moves into the net so quickly. Talk about the lack of play for Agassi, Mary, since the U.S. Open. Federer, meanwhile, goes to the Davis Cup in Australia, beats Philippoussis, loses to Hewitt, then plays Vienna, which he wins, takes out Moy in the finals. Then goes to Madrid, Tennis Masters event there, loses to Ferrero in the semis. In Basel, his hometown, where he's won there a couple of times, loses, gets upset by Ljubicic, second round. And then Paris, where he lost in the quarters to Hendon. So,
Well, again, that speaks to how much he was trying to finish the year at number 1 as well. I mean, Andre did that a couple of years ago, too. Remember, he was just a little too pooped at the end.
remember that long run that Pete Sampras had when he finished that, when he was going for the record to finish #1 6 years in a row, and he just
crawled to that
pushed himself through.
That was a remarkable effort.
Oh, yes.
Federer's feet and hands so quick in this rally. Make the adjustments necessary with his feet to snap off this winning forehand.
Taking that ball right off the bounce.
Whew.
Saw that on the lawns of Wimbledon pretty often.
Yes.
He had Andy Roddick laughing at some of the shots he hit in that Wimbledon semifinal win. And what Agassi's counting on there, which has worked the 3 times they played, is a few sloppy mistakes like that one from Federer. Peter Lundgren, coach of Federer. Darren Cahill, Agassi's coach.
This return of Agassi has drifted a little bit. Federer would have liked a little more pace from Agassi. I think he expected it, which could be the reason why he just didn't quite make that one over the net.
And going behind Agassi successfully.
How beautiful is it? The timing on both these guys.
Yeah.
They take the ball so early, sweep over the ball so beautifully. It's beautiful stuff.
Nice way to get things started here in Houston. Decidedly pro-Agassi crowd here. Back to deuce.
I think Federer likes these kind of conditions. I mean, the times we've seen him play his best tennis are on the big occasions, or in Davis Cup when people are screaming either for him or against him. He likes this atmosphere.
He's won 30-some sets in Davis Cup singles before his loss to Leighton Hewitt in Australia back in September. So Federer holds on 4-3, first set at the Masters Cup. Serve opening set of this round-robin match between Federer and Andre Agassi. And we've been talking about Andre Agassi's long layoff since the U.S. Open, and we asked him about it.
Well, I certainly had a lot on my plate after the Open with obviously the latter stages of my wife's pregnancy combined with my foundation event that was sort of a bigger year this year than ever before. And I sort of said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take care of my business. I'm going to continually work out, and I'm going to play a few things by ear. And, you know, it was great to be home during that time, but my mind sort of never left the game now.
And what another amazing event it was for Agassi for his charity. There was the 8th All-Star Celebrity Gala. He raised over $12.5 million for at-promised children. And what a cast of characters he had perform in his event. It was to see Agassi's serve profile, 70% of first serve percentage.
50.
It's Agassi's first ace.
Andre has raised more money than any other professional athlete in history.
Amazing. That's Sheryl Crow, Billy Joel, Sir Elton John, Dennis Miller, Robin Williams, amongst others. And he takes his commitment to that about as seriously as he takes his commitment to the game of tennis.
Oh, he does. And he makes so many personal phone calls to get people there, raise awareness. Just great effort. Very nice nice movement from Roger Federer to take charge of this round stroke rally, find a deep corner.
Oh, what a shot there.
Well, Federer certainly has to know that Agassi's going to be working over this backhand side. Took the initiative there. Decided to break open the point.
How about the balance there, Mary? Wow, on the dead run. A big point here at 3-4, 30 all. Each player has broken serve once. Ugly looking return there.
14-13.
Agassi holds on 4 games all. First set. And tomorrow we continue our coverage at 2 o'clock Eastern time of the Tennis Masters Cup. Guillermo Cordia take on Rainer Schittler of Germany. It'll be live coverage at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Excuse me, on ESPN. On ESPN2 for the night match tomorrow night at 11 o'clock Eastern.
Beautiful belly button volley Federer had to come up with here. He just came right into that return and still steered it for the winner.
Looks like he's getting his legs under him pretty quickly, Mary.
Yep. Defensive volley gives Agassi the chance to find the opening spot.
15 all.
13-15.
Beautiful.
Base number 5. Federer having a lot of success, not surprisingly, when he gets that first serve in, 75%. Only 33% on the second serve points. Oh, the genius of Federer.
14-15.
It's just scary.
That's the kind of stuff that had Roddick howling at Wimbledon. I mean, that's just like, oh. Yeah.
It's exhibition tennis, but he does it in the biggest events of the year.
That's so pretty. Agassi attack off the backhand side and then attack positionally. And that ball took a little bit of a funny skid, I think.
That skidded, didn't it? It's taken real low.
Again, there could still be some quirky little bounces on this brand new court.
Game point Federer. Agassi fights his way back to deuce. Federer going into the towel, realizing the importance of these points coming up.
Advantage Federer.
A little extra on that second serve, 100 miles an hour. So Federer holds on. Agassi will be serving the state in this first set. 5-4 Federer. Welcome back. The first match in the blue group between Roger Federer and Andre Agassi. We're at the West Side Tennis Club in Houston, Texas. Patrick McEnroe here alongside Mary Carrillo. The Tennis Masters Cup, the year-end championship for the men. Earlier today, first match of the red group, Juan Carlos Ferrero going down quickly. David Nalbandian 3-1, so his chances of ending #1 take a hit. Andy Roddick, the leader coming into this event in the champions race. And he is in the driver's seat.
This guy, #3.
Yeah, and he has to have a lot of things happen. Roddick has got to lose all of his matches for Federer to have a chance, and Federer has to go undefeated. Agassi, meanwhile, the only player in the field to have won this event before, and that was 13 years ago.
That's sick.
1990.
Beat Stefan Edberg back then in the final.
Yeah, serve profile for Agassi, 62%. Mixing his serves up well, though. It just amazes me, Mary, that this guy can come out having not played a competitive match since the U.S. Open and play this kind of tennis.
30-15.
Unbelievable. Top 2 players from each group will advance to the semifinals. #1 player in the blue group will take on the #2 player in the red group, and vice versa. Winners advancing to the championship match on Sunday. We will have it all for you on here on ESPN2 and on ESPN. Agassi will come on of his own. 5 games all, first set. A break of serve early for both players, but back on serve now. Here's the red group. Roddick, the favorite there with Coria, Schuttler, and Moya. Ferrero, Federer, Agassi, all 3 Grand Slam champs this year. And Nalbandian, who's been just a personal nemesis of Roger Federer.
5-0.
Amazing.
Against Federer.
That I can't figure out.
Federer claims that Nalbandian, the man who took him out of this year's U.S. Open, plays contra tennis. That's what he calls it. I love that expression.
15.
David Nalbandian is so consistent off the ground. Doesn't give Federer a lot to attack. And Federer likes a guy who gives him targets, you know, who makes him come up with plays.
Oof.
15-30.
Miss hit that second serve. First double for Federer. 15-30 at 5 games apiece.
Legs misses.
Turn.
It's a 96-mile-an-hour serve with a little bit of kick to it, but Agassi didn't let it kick up at all. He took it so early, and that's how he found that preposterous angle.
Exactly what it was. Another break point for Agassi, his second. Federer, how badly does he need that first serve, man? He's winning now just 29% on second serve. That's 5 out of 17. And he's got to hit that second. Break point.
Anytime Agassi has a crack at it, has a look, it really irritates him when he misses it.
Tried to go right through Federer there. Oh, I missed it. Agassi is keeping Federer on the run. Federer taking plenty of time. He goes to the towel.
Federer would love a first serve, maybe wide, that he can come in behind.
Third break point denied in this game. Back to deuce. Oh, he held that, didn't he? Looked like he was going to try the drop shot. Just at the last second, he pokes it deep. Game point. Can't give Agassi another look.
Again, Federer taking a long restorative walk.
Fourth break point of this game. He needs to restore some first serves. That's what's killing him here. And Agassi just relentless off the ground, and the crowd on their feet here in Houston. As Agassi has not played a match since the U.S. Open, he'll serve for the first set when we come back. Texas at the Westside Tennis Club, brand new stadium built just for this event, the Tennis Masters Cup, the year-end championships for the men. Day one, Ferrero going down to Nalbandian earlier today, and now Andre Agassi. First match in the blue group, serving for the first set. 62% first serve. Biggest difference between the two is that Agassi is backing up his second serve so well. Of course, I jinxed him with that one, his second double, but he's winning 64% of his second serve points. Federer just 29%.
Right, and Agassi's got 2 breaks against Federer's one. That double fault is only Agassi's 8th unforced error against 20 from Federer. He's putting up some beautiful numbers.
He's been able, for the most part, Mary, to keep Federer on the run throughout the baseline rallies. And wearing him down with a lot of body blows. Oh boy, that's a right uppercut there.
It's a pretty nice looking serve. 105 going away, and Federer was right there for it. This to take us into a tiebreak.
3 break points. And what Andre Agassi will beat himself up about if he loses this first set would be that double fault.
Oh, yeah.
Because we always say, oh, you love to win that first point when you're serving for the set. And when you give it away, especially with a double, that just gives your opponent that little boost. And Federer took it and ran with it. So the tiebreak will decide the first set.
Federer's volley killed him on that point. He got an early leg up on the shot.
Agassi taking a little bit off that first serve. Get himself quickly in control of the point with the forehand. 2-love tiebreak. Hits the forehand. It's been a few years, Mary, where Agassi's come into this event with just a lack of interest the last couple of years, but not this year. He looks very, very focused and determined.
I think, again, unlike his opponent, there wasn't a race for #1 for Agassi. So he allowed himself to take time off, to enjoy himself, and then to train for this big event. 33, he's the freshest horse out here.
second unforced error this first set, and it gives Agassi a 4-love lead.
Looks a little sloppy, Federer in this tiebreak. Not moving quite enough. I don't really think it is his swing. I think he's just kind of slapping at some of these shots. He's late to that one.
Agassi has not been in as often as Federer to the net, but boy, has he been effective. 8 out of 10. And he's come forward. And now a whole bunch of set points.
An opening night match here that would be any other tennis promoter's dream final.
Yep.
And bear in mind that of the 8 in this Tennis Masters Cup, the top 8 players, Andre Agassi is an average of 10 years older than everyone else.
5 players of the 8 under 23. And the other 2 guys in their mid-20s, Moy and Schittler, 26 and 27. It is amazing when you think back to him going toe-to-toe with Edberg and with Becker, and now here he is.
McEnroe Lendl.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go further back.
Mm-hmm.
He played Connors.
Played my brother in the semis at Wimbledon.
Sure did.
6-2.
It's been through a few generations. Federer saves 2. The machine went off by mistake there. Cyclops that calls the service lines. To the right of your screen. Mentor, confidant, trainer, advisor, you name it. That's best friend, father figure, all the roles he plays with this man. And Agassi, incredibly playing at this level of tennis when you consider that the last ball he struck was against Juan Carlos Ferrero at the US Open semifinal. But he wins the opening set against the Wimbledon champ, Roger Federer. Agassi in the tiebreak. Tour Championship. Houston Chad Campbell, the winner of that one. And now the Tennis Masters Cup all week long. We're at the Westside Tennis Club. Agassi serving to start set number 2. The Agassi serve profile, 63% first serve percentage. You never expect Agassi to get much over, say, 110, 115. Whoa. What the heck happened there?
13-15.
Federer doesn't give you much emotion, does it?
No.
I mean, he doesn't really let you know how
No.
how he's feeling about things.
That kind of shot, you'd think you'd see some reaction. That was just a flyer.
Yeah. Reminded me so much of Bjorn Borg. You know, he doesn't give much away except pride winning Wimbledon the same way Borg used to.
Certainly knew how much he cared when he won that match point at Wimbledon, didn't he? It was a nice thing to say.
Agassi used to betray his emotions an awful lot more than he has in the second part of his career. He used to play much more to the crowd, bark at himself. Pretty much went away when his hair did.
Yeah.
I love that particular movement of Roger Federer. When he's smelled some blood, he moves so beautifully, especially to his forehand side. I love how he goes to attack this thing. Takes a very early ball off his forehand side and just ends it right there. Sweeps through it on the run.
Break point Federer. Questionable shot selection there. Federer shakes his head like he knows it. Especially on this hard court where the ball, even if you hit a good drop shot, will skid and stay up. Give your opponent plenty of time to run it down. You have to play that shot absolutely dead perfect on this surface. Are you kidding? How many lines can these guys hit in 1 point? That is just brilliance.
That's just insanely good tennis. Look how calm he is about it. That's a career shot for anybody. For him, it's just another point.
Second break point of this game. Oh, and Agassi opening up the court with that cross-court backhand. This is like a lesson in geometry.
It really is. It's the short angle that gave Agassi the good length going the other way. "25 winners against 8 for Agassi, and this is still exactly the kind of match Andre Agassi wants to be playing." Isn't that something?
Yeah. We talk about the transformation of his attitude and his style of play.
Yeah.
He used to be just go for broke. If you miss him, hit bigger.
Exactly.
A lot of winners, a lot of errors, and now it's the opposite. Agassi looking to just wear his opponents down. He's the ultimate percentage player now. That takes tremendous work and sacrifice off the court that Agassi has done. Federer making Agassi work hard in this game. I wonder how long Agassi can go at this level, Mary, having not played competitive tennis at all since the Open.
Well, he's certainly signed on for the entire 2004 season. And Andre says what so many of the greats have said, any year you win a major is a great year. He won the first, the Australian Open. And he's certainly gotten himself into competitive enough shape to defend his title come January.
For the sitter.
He worked so hard to give himself the sitter. And the fans are still making noise over this one. You work that hard, you're supposed to end that point to your advantage.
Tough game to start off this second set. Enforced errors, Federer with more than double. Federer has a lot more winners as well. Agassi coming in quickly there and forcing the backhand error.
Good tactic for him to play a short point in this very long service game.
He's winded, Mary.
And to surprise Federer, because he hasn't come in much.
With that gutsy effort there from Agassi to hold in the opening game of the second set. The first set, a couple of breaks. Agassi able to win it comfortably in the tiebreak. As you see, a lot more winners and unforced errors. Break points were the same. When Federer got hurt was his second serve. And when the first serve was under 50%, and it cost you. Very, very humid conditions tonight here in Houston, Texas. Opening night, where you see 75 degrees, 78% humidity.
Keep in mind that Roger Federer got here around midweek, but Andre Agassi was here a couple of days earlier than everyone else. A full week he's been here to get used to these conditions, to train hard, and to get some sleep. Because as a father of two very small children, he really wasn't getting his sleep cycles in the way he knew he needed to in order to compete for this event. Says he calls home about 15 times a day to see how
the update.
Steffi and the kids are doing.
15.
And he knows too, Agassi, that unlike these younger fellows, being a father and traveling with a wife and two small children will just complicate things even more as he enters the 2004 season. And he just knows that problems will arise and he'll have to make all the requisite adjustments.
All over that serve from Federer, just ripping it down low. Well, that's certainly way out and no call. Agassi cannot believe it. That wasn't even close, Mary.
Nope.
And shot spot confirming that one. So instead of 2 break points for Agassi, it's 30 all. And that's just a huge break for Federer. Agassi gets up a quick break in this second set, and he could run away with it. Game point. Oh, what a pass from Federer. He caught a big break in this game with that lack of call. As you see Federer on the dead run. Absolutely jam-packed stadium here tonight. The West Side Tennis Club.
15.
First time this event has been back in the United States since '89. It was at Madison Square Garden for many years. And it was played back in '76 here in Houston at the old Summit. That year,
15.
Manuel Arantes won the championship over Wojtek Fibek.
And the Masters will be back here again next year.
2-year deal. Oh. Remember that double fault that Federer got away with if he turns this thing around. $15-30.
That's way too casual.
That's just silly. Is there anyone else in the world that can pull that off there?
Maybe the server.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Both these guys
Right.
are, their racket work is just shockingly good.
Game.
That's
Federer.
right. So Roger Federer draws first blood in this second set, as he did in the opening set. But Agassi was able to break right back and won it in a tiebreak. Federer with a 2-1 lead, second set. What a way to start off this year-end championships at the Tennis Masters Cup. First match in the blue group between Roger Federer and Andre Agassi, and it's just been some shockingly good, as you say, Mary, tennis out here. And it's routine.
Exactly.
That's the amazing thing about it. First set to Agassi, 7-6. Federer up the early break in set number 2. And a just routine half volley pickup.
The sport just is not this easy.
Federer winners coming from all over the court. Problem for him is that the same thing has been true of the errors. Although most of those, more of those on the backhand, but the forehand really broke down in that tiebreak.
Sure did. Second double fault now for Federer. He's only getting in every other first serve.
Federer is a real rhythm server, and he found that rhythm at Wimbledon. Yes. That time he takes care of the first volley.
40-30.
Got in very tight to the net. That serve of his had a little bit of work on it. Agassi didn't strike it quite as cleanly as he may have liked. And that allowed Federer to get in just tight enough to spike that volley away.
Game point. Well, you better put a little more work on that second serve for Federer, because if you don't, that's what's happening to it.
Just see Agassi's eyes. They just look so big when he's returning serve, especially when he sees a second one coming.
The Mike Singletary look there.
That's just what that looks like. Good call.
.121 that last serve from Federer. A couple of cheap points from Federer, so he solidifies the break. Goes up 3-1 in this second set.
Love 15.
He needed that one, Agassi, because Federer is starting to jump on his second serve now. Agassi just 4 of 11 in this set on second serve points.
That's another funny bounce. That helps Agassi. That one skidded off the court, enough to cause an error.
Dedicated Andre fan there. Game points for Agassi.
Game Agassi.
So Agassi holds on.
Federer leads.
The Wimbledon champ Roger Federer, for the moment, has control of set number 2. He's up for break.
He'd been called the next Sampras for so long, and he was operating under the weight of that. And he'd lost in the first round of the French Open. 2 weeks later, he begins his quest on the grass of Wimbledon and plays absolutely brilliant tennis in the semis and finals. Back-to-back symphonies for the title.
Federer losing just 1 set on the way to his Wimbledon title. That was over Marty Fish in the third, or against Marty Fish in the 3rd round.
Love 15.
Agassi just forces you to come up with so many tough volleys for the serve volleyer.
Love 13.
15-30. Oh, what a point! Standing O. Both guys are going to take a long break after that one.
I think they should both retire after that
one. It's just too much.
You know, it's really something, Patrick, is it's taking the greatness of these two to bring out this kind of greatness in each other. I mean, you can't produce such dazzling tennis unless you're given dazzling tennis to play against.
Double break point. He missed it. Shot spot says, hold on a second. Wow.
That caught the outside of the outside. That should be game.
Still a break point for Agassi.
Oh, no. Two critical calls have gone against Andre Agassi in this second set. One non-call and then that one.
Tried the double fault that would have given him 2 break points earlier in the set, and Love won. Back to deuce. Just
wow.
Brilliant stuff here. Federer now finding that rhythm on that first serve. He's up right around just under 70% in this second set. Huge improvement from the first. Federer gets out of the hole with the help of a nice call on the sideline of his coach, Peter Lundgren. Didn't think it could get better after the first set, but it has.
Yep.
If Agassi was worried about getting some quality match play, he's certainly gotten that in a hurry in his opening round robin match.
13.
The quality of opponent is just so high here. You don't get a chance to clear your throat.
Match update. Federer with a ton of winners, almost as many errors. Agassi, 5 more errors to winners.
But he's up the set.
And that stat, when you're talking about Agassi, just doesn't tell the story of how he's able to win so many points by pushing his opponent around the baseline. Federer up a break in set number 2. This Masters Cup, Agassi winning the first set in the tiebreak. Roger Federer up a break here in set number 2, 4-3. Remember, tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern, we'll continue our coverage of this Tennis Masters Cup from Houston. Guillermo Cordia will take on Rainer Schuttler. It's on ESPN. And we'll have Andy Roddick's opening match against Carlos Moya at 11 o'clock Eastern time.
Love 15.
ESPN 2. Aces for Federer, just 2 double faults. Agassi continuing to take his shots on the return of serve.
No one sends a bigger message than Andre Agassi that if you're going to come to the net, you better make it a one volley situation.
Love 30. Agassi play there from Federer, picking the serve out wide, taking a lot off of it, only 93 miles an hour. And taking the ball quickly into the open court. The type of shot-making ability and timing that both these guys have. It's just a great play.
Boy, had a lot on that second serve that Agassi didn't expect. The first set, Agassi was broken and was able to break right back. That hasn't happened in this second set. And he's had some looks.
A couple love 30s, hasn't he?
Yep.
Including this game. He's found the rhythm on that first serve in this second set. 69% now, and that has gotten Federer out of some trouble. Ping pong tennis. Both guys taking the ball on the rise. Federer able to hold on. 5-3 in the second set. Last time this year-end championship was played outdoors was way back in '74 in Melbourne, in Australia.
Andre wasn't at that one, was he?
He may have been. Don't you remember that great match he played with Rosewall? Man who knew something about success
at a young and old age.
At a more mature age, yes. I wanted to make sure I said it in the right way when we're talking about muscles. Still gets out there and hits the tennis ball every day, Ken Rosewall. 15:30 as Federer looks to take this match to the third set. He had it up the line, just couldn't hook it all the way in. And Agassi, I think he thinks it was good. He sort of looked at the umpire there. And it was way in.
It was very far in.
Wow. Well, Agassi's gotten a couple of horrendous calls against him, so
he's not going to give this one back,
no.
but he's making it very clear to everyone that it was a bad call.
Why should he give it back?
Second set,
I guess they changed that call there.
6-3.
As Federer has now won the second set, 6-3. Turned out it was called in after all. So one set will decide this opening round of the round robin here in Houston. And those two guys in the same group as Federer and Agassi. So Ferrero now has to beat both Agassi and Federer. Himself a chance to qualify for the semifinals.
Well, Juan Carlos Ferrero has surely proven that he's a hardcore player. Finalist at the U.S. Open. In fact, Juan Carlos Ferrero is the only player this year who won 30 matches on clay and 30 matches on a hard court. It speaks an awful lot to how well-rounded the Spanish player has become. Just what he said he wanted to do for himself this year, and he's done it. Winning the French Open, getting to the final of the U.S. Open. Beating that guy in the semis.
And beating him really at his own game. When he took out Agassi before. Darren Cahill, Agassi's coach. Federer's coach, Peter Lundgren. And with the way that Federer has been serving the last set or so, Mary, Agassi knows that he's got to step up his serve game, because that hurt him in the second set.
14-15.
That will help. Two perfectly placed first serves from Agassi.
Game Agassi.
So Agassi holds on, 1 game all, final set. First night of our coverage and our second night. How about this matchup for you? Andy Roddick, #1 player in the world, U.S. Open champ, takes on Spaniard Carlos Moya. That's at 11 o'clock Eastern. Tuesday night, right here on ESPN2. Remember our live coverage tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN.
Love 15.
Yeah, but these are savvy fans. They know that if Agassi has a second look here, up below 15, he's got to grab it.
Oh, what a shot.
Very, very good fans here in Texas. Great history of tennis in this state, and they know what they're looking at.
I've seen plenty of tennis at this West Side Tennis Club the last couple of years with the U.S. men's clay court, red clay court event here in the spring. Played a Davis Cup match here last year on grass. You've got every surface here.
Love 30 is gone.
That transition play again that you love so much, Mary, from Federer.
It's gorgeous.
Look at this. 46 winners. The differential for Roger Federer getting better and better as this match goes on. Andre Agassi's going to have to pull out some vintage stuff out of his bag. 2-1 Federer, final set. Welcome back to our first day of coverage of the Tennis Masters Cup. Roger Federer and Andre Agassi locked in a thriller here. Some past champions, Leighton Hewitt, the last 2 years, did not qualify this year. Gustavo Kuerten, remember his amazing run, beating Agassi and Sampras to clinch #1. Sampras, of course, winning it multiple times. Correia and Agassi back in 1990, he won this event. Only time he's won this tournament.
Leighton Hewitt far from qualifying for the final 8, but his year was salvaged when he beat Roger Federer in the Davis Cup semis, down 2 sets and 5-3 down in the third in that semifinal tie. And now he's training very hard for the Davis Cup final coming up.
And that win by Hewitt clinched it for Australia over Switzerland. It's a big, big win. We've seen just about every possible play scenario that you can come up with on a tennis court in this match. It has been so much fun to be able to watch this one. 15-love. So little margin for error now, and Agassi knows it, as Federer is not giving him nearly as many cheap points as he was in the first set. Got it.
What an angle Agassi creates here off a very low skidding ball.
Game points for Agassi. Goes wide, so Agassi with a comfortable hold. This match locked at 2 games apiece. Roger Federer has never beaten Andre Agassi. They've played 3 times. Basel, US Open back in 2001. All of these on hard courts at the Tennis Masters final in Miami. Agassi won that in 4 sets. Roger Federer is a different player now with that Wimbledon title on his resume. Of course, Agassi's won them all. One of only 5 players in the history of men's tennis to have done that. Oh, hello.
Agassi's never played Federer when he's been able to do this kind of stuff at the net so much. And he never used to come to the net as much. And one of the reasons he's in a lot more than he used to be is because his serve has improved so much.
It's
his 3rd double fault. 14 aces, though, and Agassi has not had one.
That's a heck of a second serve there. Wasn't a bad return from Agassi either.
40-15.
Federer had the answer. Federer has won just 39% of those second serve points, but his numbers are much better in the 2nd and 3rd sets. Still game point. Missed it. There's that serve again. When he's needed it, it's come through. Ace number 15. We'll stick around, everyone. This one's just getting better. On serve in the final set, 3-2 for Federer. What a beauty this one is. Welcome back to Houston. Tennis Masters Cup, the first time this event is back in the United States since '89. Held at Madison Square Garden. We're at the Westside Tennis Club, Houston, Texas. 3-2 Federer, final set.
First ace of the match for Andre Agassi. Forgive me, 3rd, first of this set. 15 for Roger Federer. Now this is getting, it's almost irritating how easy they're making hard things look.
There you go. There's people at home saying, sure, I can hit that shot. Yeah, I can catch that ball just on my racket like that.
They just hit so many right on the screws.
15 all. talked about, Mary, all the unforced errors that Federer was making, particularly in that first set, but only 5 in this final set. And Agassi's made 1. So talk about bringing out your best stuff. That's exactly what's happening here, and both these guys know it. Agassi often will talk about having to take his game up a gear or two, and how he gets to a tournament and he could just stay in 2nd or 3rd gear in the first few matches, but he's all the way, he's full throttle right now. And the fact that he can do it, having not played a match since the U.S. Open, is just what makes him who he is.
Roger Federer has seen enough backhands to have found a pretty good-looking groove for himself right now.
(30-15).
Beautifully struck first volley, sets himself up for the easy second one.
And this is what Lundgren likes to see from his guy, Mary, getting to net, knocking off those volleys. He's been in 43 times in the match. Sails wide, so Federer with a pretty easy hold. And he leads now 4-3 in the final set, day 1 at the Masters Cup. Indoor arena. Now we're at the Westside Tennis Club. Outdoor hard court, Roger Federer. Agassi winning the first set in a tiebreak. Federer coming back to win the second, 6-3. And Agassi's been broken 4 times, serving, trailing 3-4. No breaks in this final set. In fact, no break points in the final set so far.
The winners just keep coming off the racket of Roger Federer. Now, in the first set, Andre Agassi played a clean game, and took it in a tiebreak. But these last couple of sets, it's Federer who's going for these shots. Look how many more winners he's got. Agassi knows he'll have to be more than just clean now.
Agassi's fitness being tested right off the bat. Yes, we know he's been training hard, been hitting the gym, but he hasn't spent that much time on the tennis court. You know, he did get to Houston early, a week early, in fact, to make up for lost hitting time. But match play is always so different. He's been sucking some wind numerous times throughout this match, has Agassi. Federer has played 5 tournaments since the U.S. Open ended. Coach Cahill concerned now. 15-30.
With good reason, considering how well Federer's been serving.
That goes long, and Federer has just shored up his game. And now the Wimbledon champ has 2 break points. That goes wide.
Federer.
And just like that, Andre Agassi in a whole heap of trouble. And remember, Roger Federer has never beaten Agassi. 0-3. All of them on a similar surface to this one, an outdoor hard court. Federer a service game away.
15-1.
Little extra authority on that first serve. Ace number 16.
Let's second serve.
Vintage Agassi with two just brilliant returns. Break points. One save.
13-14.
The break back in this final set. We are on serve, everybody. 5-4 Federer. Well, we could not have asked for a better way to start off this year-end championship at the Tennis Masters Cup. Opening match of the blue group. Round-robin play. Federer just served for the match. Agassi breaks back on serve. Patrick McEnroe, Mary Carrillo alongside.
I'm just trying to stay out of the way at this point.
This has been something else. First set to Agassi in the tiebreak. Federer comfortably in the second. Federer breaking at 3-4 in this final set. Agassi breaking right back, but a loose backhand there. (15-30).
30 all.
Oh, yes. This crowd just absolutely mesmerized by what they're seeing here in this match. Back even. Agassi at 5 games all.
Players are ready, thank you, please. 15 love.
Ace number 17. Remember, for Federer to have any chance to finish #1, he's got to win every match here. There's a lot of other things have to happen. He's got to go 5-0. In that game for the Wimbledon champ, and his coach breathes a sigh of relief. Federer has served for the match. Agassi will serve to try to take this to a deciding tiebreak. Shot of downtown Houston there, and just on the outskirts with the West Side Tennis Club. Roger Federer 6-5 in this final set over Andre Agassi. Get in quickly for that volley.
Snuck in there, didn't he? Looks like he waited a fraction moment, decided he could come in behind this shot.
Showing no effects from the long layoff, having not played since the U.S. Open. He looks as fresh as can be after over 2 hours of just intense play.
Very dismissive return off that 80-mile-an-hour second serve.
15-all. First serve, 115. Right into the left hip of Federer.
13-15.
Game points.
The
depth on that return. Agassi losing his balance slightly. Still has a game point. It's a monster second serve.
6-all. Final sets, tiebreak.
And the tiebreak will decide it.
Thank you. That's 1-0, Agassi. Agassi.
Back on serve in the tiebreak. 2-1 Agassi.
Second serve. Please.
Missed it.
3-1, Agassi.
Sixth double fault of the match for Federer. The fourth in this decisive set. And that one could be the biggest. Lined up.
Agassi.
Agassi throws in a double. Well, evens this tiebreak at 3 points apiece. Federer served for the match at 5-3 in this final set. Agassi breaks back. Both players throwing in a double fault here in this tiebreak.
Agassi.
5-4 Federer. Average routine forehand at 4-5 in the third set tiebreak. 5 points all. Match point, Agassi.
Thank you. Please. Please.
Six points all.
Agassi.
Agassi has match point on his serve. Oh. Ice in the veins from Roger Federer.
7-all.
In the tiebreak.
The number 1 spot is on the line for Roger Federer. He needs this match to be in the race, to stay there.
First match point for Federer. Looking for his first win over Agassi. And
that shot was out.
It sure looked out, but how about that response? Are you kidding me?
On that last point twice. A very well-deserved standing ovation for both these guys. I have never seen a Monday night match that good. And I've watched a lot, and more to the point, I'm not sure how many Sunday night matches I've ever seen, Patrick, that were full of so many remarkable moments. From Andre Agassi, the Australian Open champion, from the Wimbledon champ, Roger Federer, a key win for him to keep his hopes for #1 alive, and he came up with it.
Twists and turns everywhere in that one. And what a way to get this place rolling, this new stadium at the Westside Tennis Club. And we'll keep it rolling Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern. Guillermo Cordia.